this is one thing that I want to watch today. Baldur's Gate 3 review. I cast bullet. Let's go.
This video is going to spoil
oh my god
the entire game. Baldur's Gate 3 is possibly the funniest game ever made.
oh my god, it is it's already lagging. There we
I
go.
do not think it actually intends to be, because it's actually trying to be really gay, taking place in a fantasy world with four
Facts.
adult friends
So true.
on the same day. This game faithfully and hilariously recreates the D&D experience, all the way down to watching your friends paint the entire ground of their camp with your combustible blood, which turns out
Yeah.
is the fuse for a bomb. And that is just the beginning of the absolute
He has a gun. Dude, listen. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, and the first time I played it, I actually uninstalled the game because I pirated it, and I was like, I cannot get over this camera. I'm sorry, this camera's some dog. And then I tried it again a few months later, and I was like, oh my god, this camera is dog, and I died, and I did it again. But then a friend of mine got Baldur's Gate for me a couple of months back, like 2-3 months back. And for the first like 5 to 10 hours, I hated it. I still hated the camera, but now I'm at a point where I'm like 70 plus hours in, and I just cannot stop playing this game because it is just so good.
that this game has to offer. Because in the world of Baldur's Gate, anything is possible, and everything is determined via dice rolls.
Yeah,
and yes,
dude, bro, I'm sorry. There is so much in this game that you can do that just trying to explain it would not do it justice. There is so much that you can do in this game. It is scary.
does determine whether or not you're going to be transformed into cats 4 turns before the building explodes. I think this is the best game ever made. I'm not even exaggerating. But before beginning
Pipe
our
bomb.
amazing adventures, we have to choose our characters very carefully. We've got Astarion, the Dark Earl.
Did he do the Riz face? The first time I played, I actually did a Dark Urge, but that was back when like I couldn't bear to look at the camera. So this time I'm actually doing like a custom character who's also just so happens to be a Dragonborn because Scalies.
Urge, Squid Game Huggy Wuggy, all the customization you can think of for my human male fighter. But today we're going to be playing as Ongyat Riz King.
Ongyat Riz King. Also, I also put a lot of points into charisma because that is so funny when you get the option to use charisma in dialogue to just do some BSery. It's so funny.
Unnatural.
Oh, good night, Orange. Thanks for stopping by.
Charisma is so powerful that I convinced a boss to kill his minions, to kill his dog.
Oh my god, I did this! Wait, I did this! I actually did this! I convinced this. I wasn't able to convince the boss, or I'll let him finish.
Kill himself. Then
Yeah.
convinced him to join me against the forces of Satan 30 hours after I sent him to.
Yeah, so you can this boss, you can convince him to kill his minions, his dog, and then himself if your charisma's high enough. I wasn't able to convince him of the last thing, but I was able to like I was able to get him to destroy everything else, which was really cool.
Coincidentally, Ongyat Riz King is not a smart man. My playthrough was classified as morally ambiguous because I usually did the right thing very badly. You're probably wondering right about now, Max0r, why are you speaking to a sentient rat in hell? That is a good question with a very bad answer. I thought it would be really funny.
I haven't done the House of Hope yet. That is like one of the last things that I have to do, but I'm not at the right level yet because whenever I try to enter the portal, it just says, "Are you sure that you want to do this?" Because it's not gonna be fun. You want to watch JJK videos? I don't want to JJK videos.
Sell my soul to Lucifer and then break into his house, kill his incubus that he uses to have sex with himself, steal my soul back along
As
with
you do.
everything worth money, which is the real reason that I'm here. Make a break for it just in time to get caught and be forced to kill Satan, who, by the way, has 666 HP and sings about how he's going to kill you like a Disney villain.
Yeah, I think so far he's like the character that has the most amount of HP, which is another reason why I really do not feel like fighting him. He is so tanky.
Ethical course of action. Maybe, but in retrospect, I did not think I would get caught. So, on top of his immaculate riz and dubious success, the most important detail of On God Riz King is that he is a wild magic sorcerer, which is definitely
a what?
A class to choose. Imagine for a moment that you and your 20 allies.
Oh my god, this boss, bro. Oh my god. No joke, I spent like an hour on this boss. This is Cazador. He is so... Bro, this boss is such an ass. This boss is so awful.
When me and the fellas cast a swarm of bees, black tentacles, and a goopy fart cloud, which killed your entire team before you were able to see anything. I call this strategy the fucked up hentai. Now,
what?
If that was to hypothetically happen, you would theoretically accuse me of a lot of bullshit. To which I would respond, yes, officer, I did just disintegrate that child. And what's more,
yes.
I have committed crimes you can't even charge me for. Say hello to the spell Feign Death, which works by placing your allies into a coma. This,
what?
I would argue, is not a very useful spell. But if I were to say, give all my money away to a lucky merchant, then he would trust me enough to initiate nap time. And after carefully concealing my presence in a conspicuous dark blob, I will be able to steal my money back plus interest. And what's more, I get a fucking discount next time I show up. Is combat requiring just...
Wait, you can do that? I actually tried putting that guy to sleep once because he doesn't have that much HP, so you can just use sleep on him. But for some reason, it just didn't work. I didn't even think about using Feign Death. That's awesome. I don't think I have a character with Feign Death because it just sounds like it's such a useless spell. Hi lag, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hope you have a great day. Thank you, thank you.
Are you perhaps getting tired of taking any damage? Then, my friend, look no further than the Globe of Invulnerability, which does exactly...
Oh my god, this thing, dude.
The only caveat being that the invulnerability happens to work on enemies, and they tend to see invulnerability as an advantage. Meaning literally every fight that I use it in devolves into the funny friendship circle.
The funny friendship circle.
You are an enemy whose entire purpose is to
bye-bye lag.
If you happen to wander into the Orb of Comedy, you would be forced
to
Orb of Comedy activate your bomb vest 20 times in a row.
Who is this?
That I cannot provide you.
Is this all in the House of Hope? I don't remember. I don't remember what seeing this.
Honestly, if you're creative enough, you don't even have to play most combat encounters. I once fought a boss that began every fight by instantly killing me. Now, most normal people in this situation would reload the game, try some other quests.
What did that say? Wait a minute. Hold on. What did that say? I saw that. On God Riz King. Oh my god.
Try some other quests. Literally anything that uses your brain. But I am not normal people. I'm autistic.
I'm autistic.
This video gets made. The neurotypicals couldn't do this shit. So instead, we are going to cleverly sneak up on him with my entire party, then cast fear on him.
Yeah, this is like one of the things. I know this guy, this Balthazar fella here. I didn't even know that you could do this. I didn't even know that he could show up in this place. Because what happens is you go to a dungeon, right? And he's there and he's like, I need your help to get into this place. And I got into that place without even knowing that Balthazar was there. I got into this place without even talking to him on the outside. So I killed him later. Because I freed her. I freed like the person that's in the middle there. And he was like, what have you done? And he got mad at me. And I was like, I didn't even know you were here. So I killed him.
The man to flee while me and the fellows beat him to death with hammers. Another time, I was stuck in a difficult combat encounter with an invincible doom spider, at which point I transformed him into a more reasonable animal and forgot about him for the rest of the fight. Of course, magic doesn't always have to be used for combat or stealing.
Disintegrate.
Sometimes it can be used for productive things like remote detonation. Imagine
oh my god.
Solving a murder because the elephant police are being racist. Not against non-elephants, mind you, just immigrants.
Oh yeah, I remember this guy. I killed this guy like yesterday when I was playing because I had to join the Myrtle Tribunal to complete a quest, and they captured this elephant thing and they were like, kill this thing. I was like, okay, bet, and I did because it pissed me off.
You would be able to quickly resolve this situation by performing necromancy and asking the murder victim who killed them.
That's what I did. I did that.
Kill everyone in the goblin camp without conventional methods. I can simply cast Speak with Animals and gently convince the local spiders to begin an arachnid race war. In fact,
what?
You can use this on any animal in the game, including threatening rats into revealing their cheese location.
What? What? There's so, oh my god, there's so much going on in this Max0r video, man. As per usual,
or the
bro.
Cat that narrates like a noir detective. Although I do think it is very strange that I don't have to cast it before speaking to gnomes. But honestly, out of all the magical items you can obtain in this game, my favorite was definitely the Max0r's energy drinks. Character enough energy to leap 50 feet through the air.
That's lean. That's lean.
Per turn. It gets mailed to you as this cool alchemy powder so you can save on gold and craft it into useful consumables. Max0r's has all kinds of cool spells like Grandpa's Ashes, Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, and my personal favorite, Lean. These are actual flavor names.
These are actual flavors.
An official Max0r cup. This is not the official Max0r cup.
I would kill to have a gamer subs sponsorship. Can you imagine? Can you imagine me having my own cup? Bro, I would just draw my model with huge bazonkers. You have no idea.
Boobs on it. But if you want other cups with boobs on them, you can find the shop for them here.
That's what I said.
Description Alley, right next to the subscribe store. And use code Max0r for 10% off all spells. I am not responsible for what comes after.
What?
Dude, this car kicks ass, and I can watch Madagascar while I'm driving.
Jesus fucking Christ. Just saw
what is happening?
One wizard cast a bullet at the other and stole his magical herbs. Turns out Gale wasn't actually.
What?
Or maybe now he is. Wizarding life truly is amazing out here in Pennsylvania. Because when you join the Wild Magic Gang, you aren't just making a character. You're making a mistake. Wild Magic Sorcerers have a random chance to select an effect from a list of 100.
Okay, am I stupid, or is Wild Magic Sorcerer a mod? Because I do not remember seeing this thing.
As long as you install.
Then again, I also didn't play Wizard, so.
A mod that adds 80. Every spell my character cast was a guarantee that something will happen, and whether or not I wanted that to happen is a different story. Consider the scenario that you and your heroic party are desperately trying to escape an underwater prison. And
oh my god, this thing.
This time it wasn't for bestiality. It was for hate crimes. You have 5 turns to escape before your character reenacts the Titanic. This is when you make the critical mistake of casting a spell.
Casting a spell. Dude, this underwater prison bit here was so stressful because you have to save like 10 different people in like the entire prison, and you only have 6 turns to do it, which is not a lot. And they are so far away from you, and there are multiple enemies spawning at all times. It's so funny.
Effect of lock all doors. Magically transform.
Wild Magic Sorcerer is base game. Oh, I didn't know that.
This exploding prison into an exploding coffin. That is a reload. Or how about the time that I was tasked with holding onto a torch under penalty of death? Whereupon the game decided that it would be really funny if I was banished to another dimension. Because it would be even funnier if I happened to reload the game and immediately get petrified. Okay.
What?
I am exaggerating a little bit.
Where is this? I have not. I do not know where that is.
After all, the chances of you transforming into an ovine.
Chamber of Courage. What? I do not remember where this is. Maybe I'm not at this point yet.
Your third try would be pretty low. Of course, wild magic doesn't always have to ruin the game. Sometimes it can do really helpful things, like permanently inflict my character with the clown curse. By every metric, an objective upgrade.
Wait, what does that do? Hold on.
Which is by every.
Your curse to become a clown. You gain +1 charisma. You have immunity to Tasha's hideous laughter. What? That's what? You gain +1 charisma and immunity to a spell? What? I didn't know that. That's awesome. That actually sounds sick. He might have been talking about the shadow fog that hurts you. The first area. Oh.
An objective upgrade. I had an emotional cutscene after I got this, and I'm sure it made everyone feel better.
Oh my god, this cutscene. Okay, I'm sorry. That cutscene is actually. I also got that yesterday after I killed Gortash. It nearly made me cry. That was very sad.
Giant robot where I accidentally transformed myself into a cheese wheel. This gives us all kinds of new abilities like cheesy smell, which would be really good if the robots could smell. Now, due to the obvious limitations of my class, Baldur's Gate 3 provides a myriad of options for customization, leveling, and companions, who, by the way, can be respec'd into any other class, making strategies like the 4-man gambling squad and Jurassic Park completely possible.
4-man gambling squad. I pretty much just have DPS people on my team at all times because I have Lae'zel, I have Karlach, and Asterion. And they're all like doing some pretty decent damage. And my character is also like a Sorlock, so I also do a lot of damage. I have no healing. I have no healing.
Not exactly viable. Personally, I find it completely bullshit that I do not get an intimidation for walking into the bank with 3 fucking velociraptors. Do you see this very often? So, to get at the true heart of the Baldur's Gate 3 experience, we have to make some friends, and eventually have sex with most of them. Honestly, it's pretty easy to forget that this game has combat. Personally, though, I didn't get with any of them. Mostly because I can't show it, but also because I was interested in a more acquired taste. That's right, babe.
Bro. Okay. So, you can bang the Mind Flayers in this game, or you can bang one of them, right? And I didn't know this until it happened. And I was already romancing Karlach at that point. Bro, the speed at which I pressed yes is insane.
Maybe gay sex with Squidward. I dreamed of touching those Squidward tentacles as I played his
bro.
Also, if you don't have sex with anyone human, the camp skeleton insults you for having no bitches.
What?
Thus thou art alone.
What?
Shadowheart, more affectionately referred to as Shart, is a
Shart
that I spent the entire game gaslighting into a religious fundamentalist. Then, as soon as that became slightly inconvenient, beat her to death with my entire party so badly that I could not revive the body for round 2. Shadowheart could have survived if I actually trusted her, but unfortunately, she is a white woman.
What?
And I don't trust the host. Gale is an aggressively sexual wizard with...
Because I didn't trust her because I thought she was gonna kill the woman, and I needed the woman, so I didn't trust her, and so she left my party.
A nuclear bomb inside of his chest, and
oh my god, Gale.
Defeated Boots. Now, Gale claims this is because of his relationship with an actual goddess, but I don't believe him. Not because that's
I don't believe him,
but because I've seen how Gale behaves around me. This motherfucker is gay. Since I've covered all this game's wacky and funny spells.
Monks have such insane DPS. Oh yeah, I have a friend that's playing as a monk, and he says they're really strong.
I decided that I was going to respec Gale into a barbarian and give him a gun. This wizard may be out of spells.
What mod is this that you could just give them guns?
Not out of shells. Will
I'm back. Welcome back.
A noble warlock who is constantly told what to do and treated like a dog by a demon girl. So I don't understand why he doesn't enjoy
Those are the characters from was that from Blue Archive?
His writing is unrealistic. Lae'zel is a Githyanki fighter who, within 3 seconds of speaking to her, made me decide that yes, I am going to do a racist character today. And over the course of our adventure, Lae'zel surprised and shocked me by never failing to prove my racism correct. Asterion is
yeah, I was gonna say Lae'zel. I don't like Lae'zel, or I didn't like her at the start, and I still don't love Lae'zel, but she did grow on me slightly after I basically gaslit her into going against everything she believed in. Also Asterion, another character that is very evil, not okay, and also started growing on me.
Sorry, I forgot I installed that mod. Asterion is a devilishly handsome rogue that specializes
the face.
in giving enemies the devious backshot.
My name is Skylar White, yo.
This is mostly because Asterion happens to be a literal vampire, which becomes relevant when I sacrifice 7,000 children to him to create the ultimate life form.
I tried to do this, the ritual, but for some reason I didn't even get a say in it. As soon as I killed Cazador, he was just like, I'm not gonna let you control me anymore, and he just went away. He just killed Cazador. Asteria just went ahead and killed him when I specifically really wanted him to transform into the vampire ascendant so that he would just become OP.
Okay. Unfortunately, this did basically nothing as Asterion proceeded to walk down the hall and get his ass beat to death with hammers. Because out of all the abilities our sacrifice could have given us, Asterion had graciously received the power to continue being useless. Though, to be fair to Asterion, no ultimate vampire twink is going to kill 5 full-blood Texans on their 5th Modelo. Karlach is a very hot barbarian that I used throughout the game as a punching bag. One time,
Karlach is so strong. Bro, I'm sorry, she's actually probably the strongest character other than Lae'zel if you just built her as a full fighter, because she just gets so many action points. If we're going pure damage, it's Karlach. She's so strong.
Destroyed every box in a 10-meter radius, repeatedly setting the entire party on fire until we fucking died. It was at this moment I decided that Karlach was going to be the one to disarm every trap in the game for me. Make sure to grab the treasures, Karlach. With our powers combined, we are the world's shittiest polycule.
There's one more, or actually there's 2 characters. There's 2 more characters. One is like Jaheira, I forgot her name, but you can get her like in Act 2 or 3. And then another one, I don't know who it is. I just know that he's a monk. And apparently he's good, but I have not even seen him.
We're having so much fun without Shadowheart. So,
bro, literally.
The shittiest polycule, it naturally falls to us to combat the forces of Big Straight and stop the Squidward.
Big Straight.
Mostly by accident, because if there's one thing that motivates me more than protecting my potential investments, it is stealing from them. Yes, sir.
It's so heavily rage baited by Githyanki. Just going, you have an inferiority complex. That's funny.
The only bank in the city gets robbed. But don't worry, I've conducted a thorough investigation in my camp, and I have found no evidence of wrongdoing. Quests in Baldur's Gate 3 are, for lack of a better term, fucking insane, both in their scope and in content. Mostly the content.
Yes, this is true.
For failure, partial success, or the classic unrestricted Japanese war crimes. Truly, the sky is the limit in Baldur's Gate, and the only thing preventing you from achieving your dreams are the consequences of your actions. If, for instance, you were to ride the calamari carousel, a future character will roast you for your crimes against God in front of your friends. Your choices matter in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
One time, I decided to visit the circus so I could piss off the local genie so badly that he sends me to Jurassic Park. But
bro, I also did this. I also did this, and it did not end well.
Right now, exploring the non-insane part of the circus, we find ourselves enraptured by the performance of Dribbles the Clown.
Dribbles the Clown.
The being that while investigating a series of murders by shapeshifters, I had already met Dribbles the Clown, and I was carrying his severed torso. In my inventory. Safekeeping. So, despite knowing the identity of my gang stalkers, I decided to send Asterion to the stage anyways. Mainly because I thought it would be funny. And I was not disappointed. This guy should open a YouTube channel where he promotes an energy drink he intentionally poisons. Now, you're gonna want to be careful after doing this quest, because unbeknownst to you, one of your crewmates has been replaced by an imposter. And all, I am kind of into this. Can you shapeshift yourself pregnant? So whether you know it or not, you are going to be playing Among Us for the next 10 hours. And honestly, playing as the imposter is so much more fun. Instead of stopping the killings, I decided that I was going to do them myself. And
which is what I did. I got the quest to like, oh, you need to join the Myrtle Tribunal, and I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
Join the blood cult by bathing in the blood of the racist elephant to bring about a new future of crimson despair. Shapeshifters are usually multiracial by definition. What I'm trying to say with these long anecdotes is that you never just go to the circus in this game, or God forbid, speak to a clown. So you are watching this YouTube video, which is close.
Repost if you want to nail a porcupine to your
back to Act 1.
Shake your ass. Take your hands off it and shake that shit.
are so fucking funny.
Welcome.
Bro, it is so loud.
Major
It's so
dungeon
loud.
of the game, appropriately named Central London. And like the actual London,
Of course.
it is unfortunately filled with the English. You can really tell because you can't understand anyone and the food is inedible. It is here that Baldur's Gate really shines as a game where you can do almost anything. And an unlucky developer
I did not know you could knock those statues down.
will be forced to code it. There are 3 targets for you to kill in the Goblin Camp, or if you're bad enough, several dozen, each with their own personalities, weaknesses, and premium cheese strategies.
Oh my god, I need to pull out the feet. Okay, fine, I'll pull up the feet. For a little bit, not forever. I'll pull it up for a little bit. There you go.
Say, this channel is not going to offer you any good advice. After all, there's a lot of guide videos for this game alongside race tier lists. So, while I'm not going to be sorting you by phenotype, what I can give
Bro, I'm sorry. You cannot convince me
while I'm not going to be
that the Dragonborns do not look phenomenal. Look. Tell me you wouldn't. I'll be back in 1 hour. All right, see you in a bit.
what I can give you
What the hell?
is a taste of the premium cheddar. Okay, so you're gonna want to start out by going invisible and placing a wyvern toxin into the Kool-Aid. Then lead a toast by declaring that we are going to drink until we die. Make sure that Asterion is the one to do it, by the way. We don't need him anymore. Heading inside, we take care of our first target by following her to a secluded location, summoning a cloud of daggers, and then initiating verbal exchange, locking her into our conversation while she is
What?
stabbed to death. This isn't considered a crime, by the way, because, well, they could just walk out. Just don't
What?
eat a piece of wood while you're doing that, because then
You can-
you're not going to be killed for assault.
You can do that?
You're going to be killed for destruction of property. The next trick we're going to do is called Max0r's skip, because we are going to be summoning a random spectator to skip to the end of Max0r's
Oh,
life.
bro.
Just pray to God that she doesn't go down easily, because the spectator certainly won't. Finally,
I saved this thing for like the end of the game. I got that. There's an item that you can get called the Iron Flask, which if you throw it, it just spawns a spectator or a beholder rather, and it is very strong early game, and you cannot kill it. But I saved it for like the end of the game in like chapter 3 in a room, and I threw it because there were so many enemies, and it did not stand a chance. It just immediately died.
target, Dror Razglin, who is slightly hard to kill the conventional way. So instead of that, we're going to do something
He wasn't that hard. You fight him with like alongside a bunch of his minions and stuff. He's not hard. He's pretty like normal.
significantly harder. I know, really original strategy, Max.
Animals are so funny, they make
Welcome to the Underdark, home of the spectator boss fight. Because yes, in addition to having a giant underground area filled with interesting flora and fauna,
God,
Baldur's Gate
this
3
area.
dares
This is the second worst area of the game, second only to the
ask the
Shadowlands.
question of what if people in the Underdark had a different skin color to me? Completely unrelated to that, what if there was a lot of slavery? Because it is this very slavery that we are going to take advantage of. Immediately
Yes,
upon entering
dude.
the world's basement, you're gonna want to head over to the Mushroom Kingdom, and you're gonna get a letter telling you that the princess is now a permanent guest at one of Bowser's 7 Koopa hotels. Talking to the giant mushroom, you're gonna have to explain to him how reanimating the bodies of dead velociraptors is technically not a war crime, but what
You
I'm going
can do that?
to use them for is definitely a war crime. And after playing a game of Pokemon with the corpses that your enemies reanimated, we steal their boats and progress down the river towards the Iron Fortress of Grimforge.
Dude.
This place fucking sucks dick. I'm gonna kill myself.
This isn't even the worst part of chapter 2. Chapter 2 had so much stuff, man.
Grimforge, home to many different kinds of people, whether they're enslaved or enslaving. You really only have 2 options here in the Grimforge. Eavesdropping in on the local Minecraft Let's Play. We overhear rumors of an ancient and powerful explosive, which will purchase my child labor at least 30 minutes of Roblox time. And after gently ascertaining the location from their bodies, we carefully confiscate the nuclear weapon using a refined negotiation tactic where I lie to them. Now
Of
equipped with the
course.
most powerful bomb in the game.
Rune powder. I didn't even know this was a thing. Because I remember them telling me, yeah, you have like, we have like this really good explosive, but we don't know where it is. And I just completely forgot to check up on it. So I just blew up the rocks with like a bomb
We are presented
that
with a
I
choice.
had.
We can either use this bomb to help the gnome slaves finally achieve their freedom, or we can use it to kill Jor Razglin. So, going back to the goblin camp, we discover through some experimentation that Jor Razglin doesn't actually die to the bomb that I just placed. So,
What?
Into the hole you go, I guess. And that is how you quickly and efficiently speedrun the goblin camp. Make sure to subscribe for more convenient time saves.
Peter, what are you doing? Crowd. What the fuck?
Okay, so
Yeah,
the point
Act
I'm
2,
trying to
dude.
cross
Oh my god.
really badly is that this game is utterly massive, and it absolutely
Yes.
does not stop you from destroying it, because in Baldur's
Oh yeah, wait, I remember that as well. You can. What is that? Is that Nicolas Cage? You can. There's like a scene where Shadowheart can just straight up kill Lae'zel if you let her. And I'm so glad I didn't, because that would have been disastrous.
every single mistake you can possibly make is going to come up again. And most of the time, it is in the form of racial conflict. For instance, do you want to be a good Samaritan and free the Deep Gnomes from their unjust imprisonment? Well, congratulations. You just happened to free the Deep Gnome clan's Grand Wizard. I hope you're ready for a race war in 20 hours. Because,
What?
if you happen to misplace a certain bomb, then, he's going to happen to make Hiroshima look like a fucking joke. Personally, this kind of stuff is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Not the racism part, although that is still funny. But rather
Bro.
the simple joy of knowing that your save file has probably already been destroyed without you even knowing it. Since beginning the long process of making this video, I have made a multiplayer warlock named Risley Bear, alongside my friends
Risley
Reese
Bear?
and Nomer Simpson. And after playing for approximately 10 minutes, I can confirm that my first character inadvertently killed almost everyone he spoke to, and about half the time, the reverse was true. A good example of this is the time that I just so happened to wander my character into a literal god, who then offered
Oh,
me a
this
pivotal and
thing.
important quest, prompting me to raise the reasonable inquiry that if she was a god, surely she would be able to kill anyone she wanted. She responded by fucking vaporizing me. Overall, this is in every sense of the word.
Bro, this thing here, this scene is like when she offers you to go inside of the the prism, and I was like, no, nuh-uh, I'm not gonna do that. And there's also where Lae'zel started growing on me, because she was like, no, screw you, I'm not doing all that.
A role-playing game, provided of course you want to roleplay as a dumbass murder goblin. Otherwise, why do you even play video games? We blow shit up in this motherfucker. Better take your sensitive ass back to
Well, this is another game that I want to play.
scores of amazing and deep content that I unintentionally locked myself out of because we accidentally killed a man named Bingus Bongus. Ripped to a fucking real one. Strategic and complicated combat, and an entire world of possibilities and solutions, which will leave you wondering, how the fuck am I allowed to do this? Is this a glitch or intended behavior?
This game, I wanna, when I finish my first playthrough, I'm absolutely playing Baldur's Gate again, just to do whatever I didn't. Bro, there is so much, there's so much BS they can do in this game.
So, while I didn't get to cover everything since, I am only human, you can trust me when I say that there is something in this game for everybody. 10 out of 10 would unleash Gnome Hitler again.
Yeah.
I would like to thank all of my amazing patrons, using and sacrificing their funding for only the finest of video game content.
Literally.
As always, more deranged gacha game videos to come. I will be sure
Bro.
to spend all of your money very responsibly. Oh yeah, this video is about Baldur's Gate 3.
Bro, I've tried playing that game. That's a Blue Archive. I think I've played like an hour of it, and I couldn't get into it. My head hurts after that, as Max0r videos do. They hurt my head. But yeah, that was really funny. That was awesome.